Good morning, fellas. Blue Dream MMA here. Today we're about to talk about UFC 318 and the state of the lightweight division currently. Because guys, we had Max Holloway spoil the retirement of Dustin Poirier in their third matchup, their second fight at lightweight. After what happened in the first one at lightweight, we saw it was a pretty close fight. Personally, I scored it a draw. But this fight right here, the Max really showed that at lightweight, when he's fully fed up, when he's fully filled, he really is a problem. I think that him versus anybody in the top 10 right now is a problem because from what he's shown, Max, with their fight where he literally dominated Dustin Poirier for maybe 3 to 4 out of 5 rounds. Really put a pace on him. Ended up with almost twice the amount of strikes, significant strikes that Dustin Poirier had. Naturally, Dustin was kind of the more powerful guy, despite the fact that Max hurt him a lot more often than Dustin. It still showed that Dustin Poirier's power is still there, still ready to hurt you, man. And he was able to drop Max, bro. Like we know Max, his chin, granite chin, all that stuff. He's not someone that gets hit. He's not someone that gets knocked down or knocked out like that. And the last 3 fights, he's been getting dropped a few times. He got dropped by Gaethje, followed by Ilia Topuria, and now Poirier has dropped him. But then again, Poirier had dropped him in a fight at lightweight, the first one too. But the only thing is that it's not recorded as a knockdown because the cage kept my boy on point. It kept him kind of safe. So now Max finally avenged a loss. As we know, Max, he doesn't win rematches that he lost before. The only rematch that he really won was versus Aldo. And yeah, now he kind of changed that, and he showed that there's that mental hiccup that he was able to get over, And now with Ilia Topuria ahead, like how do we think it's gonna go? Personally, I think that it's a really interesting matchup. I think the matchup currently at lightweight was always more interesting than the one at featherweight. Not only because of Ilia being so much better and hitting so hard at featherweight, but also because Max cuts an insane amount of weight. And that also applies to Ilya, who walks around, if I'm not mistaken, close to the same weight. He said that he walks around over 180, 185. So, for such a small frame, he definitely packs a lot of muscle, so that is a problem. But now, because of this, we have Max Holloway on a 2-fight win streak at the lightweight division. So what happens with that? What do we do with that, And now next, we gotta talk about Dustin, a legend of the sport. He left behind such a great legacy with wins over Conor McGregor twice, by the way. Max Holloway twice. Alvarez, Gaethje, Chandler. Like, he has a lot of good wins. He had close fights with and yeah, we gotta pour some liquor for our homie Dustin, because career is done. He really gave us a lot of good times, man. I'm really happy for Dustin. He really did. He really showed that he's still at the top of the division. I do think that if Dustin decided to stay in the division, still decided to fight, I think that he still beats 8 out of 10 guys. 8 out of 10, maybe 7 out of 10 guys in the top 10 right now. Yeah, I think that he has way more guys that he can beat than guys that can defeat him. Now, with all of this happening, like what happens with the lightweight division? We now have Dustin Poirier officially retired. He's still ranked number 6, and with these ranking, who should be fighting Ilia Topuria next? That's the real question that arose last night, because at first it was like, yeah, if Dustin beats Max, do we give Dustin another title shot? He does have a decent matchup versus Ilya, I think, in terms of style, but honestly, do you give it to him? You can't really do that. Then it was like, oh, if Max beats Dustin, he's BMF. Does he get to fight the champ? And it was a little, hard to really decide. Personally, now that I've seen the fight, I think it's even harder. Like, the division is way more exciting than it's ever been. I truly think that, like, even more so than when Makhachev was here, because of you have like 3-4 guys that could compete for the belt tomorrow, and this is a really good thing to see, because you have, first of all, you have Max Holloway. Max Holloway, by the way, has the most wins in the top 10 right now at lightweight, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. Like, he has wins over Charles Oliveira. He has a win over Charles Oliveira. He has a win over Dustin Poirier now, and he has a win over Justin Gaethje. And these are all 3 guys that were top 5 for years. So that tells you something. Now, you also have, Oliveira, it's over for him, if you're being honest, but Oliveira can always go on a title run. He's getting older though, so he might have to get on that run like really soon. Then you have Arman Tsarukyan. Arman's the number 1 contender right now. But technically, when you look at the resume at lightweight right now, like the quality of wins, Max still has the best quality of wins at lightweight right now. Aside from, like, Arman has a decent win versus Oliveira, but that was a really tough fight to judge. A lot of people scored it for Oliveira. So in terms of quality of win, I really have to go with Max Holloway right now. Then you also have Paddy Pimblett, who was brought to the cage. He was brought to the cage by Joe Rogan, or for Joe Rogan. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. Bringing this guy there. Honestly, no business. He has no business fighting for that belt, bro. Personally, not me, just me, but I think that a lot of the MMA fans are kind of tired of undeserving title shots and undeserving fights being given to guys like that, just because they have kind of a name, or because the UFC wants them to have a name and they want to push them. So, does Paddy Pimblett deserve it? Man, I think Paddy Pimblett, if you match him up with a Gaethje, it could work. He could get the title shot. If not, Gaethje could get a title shot too, as well. I think Gaethje definitely has a better claim to the title shot than Paddy Pimblett and Charles Oliveira, who just lost, naturally. But he also lost to Max Holloway, who himself lost to the champion. So it's like MMA math, but you know how it is. MMA math doesn't mean much of anything. But I personally think that Justin is not a good matchup. He has a really bad matchup when if he fights Topuria. I think Justin is. I don't think he's in the right space if he fights this guy. And then, guys, we have to be real here. There's one guy that you can put your money on to beat Ilia Topuria at lightweight. You already know who I'm talking about. And no, it's not that guy. You know. If you follow the sport, you know. It's not Islam Makhachev. Islam is at welterweight. He's not going down to lightweight. I think it might happen if he really loses, but chances are if he wins, Ilya's the one going up. Anyways. But the one guy that can beat Ilia Topuria at lightweight, we all know it, guys. It's fucking Michael Johnson. Stop playing games. Michael Johnson is the man, bro. Michael Johnson. I don't know if you guys saw his fight yesterday versus Zal Huber. Guys, Michael Johnson will win every fight that he's supposed to lose, man. This man knocked out Dustin Poirier in the first round like it was nothing. And to this day, at damn near 40 years old, he beat up this kid. Zal Huber was 26. That's a young man right there, man. And not even yet in his prime, naturally. He lost the last fight as well. But still, he was fighting a really old guy, and he could not believe the speed of MJ, so fuck it, man. Let's put MJ versus Ilia Topuria, have a little boxing match, you know what I mean? Nah, but seriously though, like I'm really happy for Michael Johnson. He really showed that he's still there, man. Now you also had like other guys that came back and showed that they're still here, such as Paulo Costa. Guys, Paulo Costa put a beating on Roman Kopylov I did not expect that. Personally, I expected Kopylov to put a masterclass on Paulo Costa, and Paulo Costa did that to him instead. And honestly, I can't say that I'm disappointed by it, bro. Like I'm a big Kopylov fan. I always liked Kopylov, but seeing him get done like that showed that maybe he's not at that level yet, man. Maybe he isn't, or maybe Costa is tired of the disrespect. Fans have been disrespecting Costa for a minute, and now he showed out, man. He showed up. He showed out. Then you got D-Rod, who put the beats on Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland really annoyed me at the end of the fight because he managed to hurt him. And then he just, when he had he had a rear naked choke like at the end, like to the side, and D-Rod was in turtle, and this guy was on the side trying to get the rear naked choke. Bro, you're a fucking black belt. Why the hell didn't I try to climb up, use his fucking bottom knee and the upper knee to fucking climb up the back and then use the hook and then finish the choke? The guy's trying to do a choke from the side, bro. Like, who the fuck taps from that? Nobody does, bro. It really disappointed me, man. Like, then you got Patricio Pitbull. Once again, another one that came out and showed out. The first fight with Rodriguez made no sense. I really expected Dan Ige to beat him up, and he showed. Nah, man. That first fight was a fluke, bro. I think that this Pitbull that fought Dan Ige beats Rodriguez. I don't care what you guys say. Honestly, bro, this card I would say was the best card of the year. Honestly, to me, just from the early prelim to the prelim that were really like a lot of exciting fights. I don't know if you guys saw the Marvin Vettori versus Brandon Allen. Honestly, that was probably the best Marvin Vettori fight I've seen in my life. He went all out. He really never gave up. He got hurt multiple times. I don't know if he got hurt. He just got busted up, but a few times he looked a little shaky, you know. And yeah, bro, like really surprising. Then also there's that new kid Gauthier, and he really showed out, bro. Like he looks like a Francis Ngannou from middleweight, and he's patient. He's really patient. You can tell that if he works a little bit on his skills, he could be a real force to be reckoned with, man. I think he's a little sloppy on the punches, but that'd be tightened up. I'm pretty sure. And yeah, bro, the whole card from the early prelims to the prelim to the fucking main card, bro. The main card was insane. And now, yeah, bro. And the star of the show naturally was the lightweight division. The lightweight division. So now what happens with the lightweight division? We'll see that in a future video. I will talk about who I think should be fighting Ilia Topuria. And I will also match up the best lightweights so that we can have ultimately our number one contender. So yeah, this is the video, guys. Let me know how you feel. I haven't done a video in almost a year. It's really good to be back. It's really good to make a video, talk about the sport that I love. I only get to talk about it with some of my friends. Thank you for paying attention. And if you like the video, like it, subscribe, and man, I'll see you in the next one, bro. Peace out, because I'm out.